Hey everybody, my name is John Kinal. I'm here in the city of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, where my mother was recently murdered at the hospital. We went to the hospital for her thyroid condition. Her feet were swelling and she needed a diuretic. Instead, they say your mom is on end-of-life medications. She's got multiple organ failure. I say, I've been with my mom almost every minute. When did this happen? How did this measurement occur? When was this measurement taken? I say to Dr. Tazar Singh, who says, my mom's being suffocated because she's on the end of life. She can't answer me, and she knows I'm recording her. Right? Where, what are you saying? You're suffocating my mother? What the fuck for? When did this occur? So I demand her, and it was a fight, fuck. I'm arguing with these fucking witches. Stop fucking poisoning my mom. And finally they stop poisoning my mom. Right? Stop with suffocation. They're suffocating her. And it turns out she doesn't have multiple organ failure. She gets her breath back. I'm going, God, I gotta contact the hospital. What the fuck? This place is, there's some people here that are fucking psychopaths. They fucking tried to kill my mom. Fuck, what the hell? So I'm getting ready to do just that the next day. And the nurse Delaney contacts me, who tried to suffocate my mother the day before, and says, I've got to come to the hospital. Now, it was when the doctor ordered them to stop trying to kill my mother, suffocate my mother. She said to the nurse, if there's ever a time that Jennie needs end-of-life medications, you're going to have to call her son to have him witness her in some kind of discomfort. That's what she says to the nurse. So the next day she says, I got to come to the hospital. I just happen to be on my way to the hospital and get there in like 5 minutes. And when I get there, she's pronounced dead, my mother is, by Nurse Delaney. She says she died of multiple organ failure. Right? I had recovered her from this the day before. She doesn't have multiple organ failure. Right? But then to cover up this crime, again, they make an attempt to steal her life because she's pronounced dead, multiple organ failure. I recover her from that position. I keep talking to her because I can sense she's just got the shallowest of breath. I bring her back from this death sentence. Again, she doesn't have multiple organ failure. I go to the cops. You got to save my mother's life. They never show up. They don't tell me they have no intention of showing up until after this whole fucking story is over finally. The College of Physicians and Surgeons refuses to defend my mother's life. They say because it's a criminal allegation, they can't get involved. And the doctors there know that I'm telling them and the world that they're trying to murder my mom, and they make no action to alleviate my concerns. Like, they're not saying I have anything wrong here because I've caught them trying to kill my mom. They take nothing. What I'm saying there's nobody involved in this situation to go, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that nurse. Why would she try to kill your mom? God, I'm so sorry to hear this story. It's a good thing your mom's still breathing. We got to move her out of the ward. Or as I'm saying to the hospital, get her out of this situation, move her to another ward or to another hospital. I'm asking the College of Registered Nurses and the College of Surgeons and Doctors, and they refuse to do anything. Right? They just refuse to do anything. So we get a new doctor who agrees that he won't suffocate my mother, who doesn't have multiple organ failure. So after 2 weeks with this Dr. Seamus, who doesn't poison my mom directly, still does to some degree, and she's still being abused every fucking day. And he's her doctor for 2 weeks, and then they switched over to Dr. Chisic. And on the day that we get this new doctor, we're frantic to make sure that she's not going to be like fucking many others here, because the place is filled with fucking murder victims. They're just killing people all over the place. People are starving to death. And all kinds of unbelievable wicked evil is transpiring at the Health Science Center, 4th floor. Dr. Chisic is told by me and our family that we do not want any poisons. We do not want you to suffocate my mother. She's not she doesn't have multiple organ failure or anything. She agrees not to poison my mom with Dr. Colister, who's there too, trying to encourage us. No, you want to give your mom scopolamine. No, we don't. He's like, this is how fucked up he is. He knows I've alleged he's already tried to kill her prior. We've already had this meeting where he's trying to suffocate my mom in the meeting with the fucking staff of the hospital in this meeting. He's going, no, we've got to do it. We've got to do it. No, we don't want it. And he argues with us in front of the staff, the senior staff at the hospital, who do nothing to have him fucking arrested to face a death sentence. He's trying to kill my mom. No. And so we, in that meeting, finally have him conform to our demands to not poison my mom. And so then there had been a 2-week period from that to when we get this new doctor, Dr. Chisic, and Dr. Colister is there at the bedside trying to encourage us to poison my mom. He can't even, he's so fucking evil or, unqualified, he can't even recall our position on this to not have him try to get away murdering my mom. But he agrees, as recorded, that he will not because my mom is conscious. We don't want any more poisons to steal her life. We've already caught them telling us that my mom has multiple organ failure and she does not. So now when I think about it, they want to kill her so they don't have any witnesses. Again, isn't it a miracle that my mom would be pronounced dead and then brought back to life? No, they don't think so. So this day where we get them both to promise they're not going to poison my mom, I leave the room for a couple of minutes, and when I come back, they're injecting her with all kinds of fucking poisons. One of the nurses tell me the concoction was comprised primarily of devil's breath. But it was enough to kill her. They kill her right there. And the nurse Colette, who knows, she through this whole process has said that I was cruel. You know, you're so cruel for stopping her from poisoning my mom prior through suffocation. And she kills my mom. Nurse Colette, saying that my mom asked for it, and I have it recorded. I need them arrested, and we need to save lives here in Winnipeg. They're murdering the poor. When I went to the police, they refused to do anything. They didn't tell me that. When I go to the front desk, I say my mom's being beaten up, tortured. Fuck, they're trying to kill her. They don't tell me they have no intention on trying to save her life. They don't tell me that. It isn't until she's finally murdered, and I go back there for the 7th time to say, look, now they finally murdered her. And Mike at the desk says he never had any intention on submitting any information that I brought him prior. He's complicit in mass murder. Complicit in mass murder. They're mass murdering people. Please, don't let them escape to steal more innocent lives. The newspaper refuses to warn our community. CBC News refuses. CBC News doesn't tell that I'm in error or I'm saying anything wrong here. All they've told me is stop bothering them. Right? They don't care for our community here being murdered. So get a copy of the archive. It's called, it goes under a few titles, but Murder in Winnipeg Hospital is not being investigated. Type that into a search engine. Get a copy of the archive yourself. Spend the few minutes to save innocent lives, please. So, do that for us, please. There's conversations of me speaking with police, and these altercations I'm telling you is of that archive also. So please help save innocent lives and demand the arrest of Dr. Colister, Dr. Chisic, Nurse Delaney, and Nurse Colette. The CBC doesn't think it's important to save innocent lives. I'm hoping you'll find it within yourself to think it would be worthwhile. Okay.